thing that happened last week, the president also pronounces honors on the 16 officers that were slain in Delta State and grants the children of these officers full scholarship. Now, also last week, we talked about the detained Binance executive Nadim Ajwala, who escaped custody. Now, we hear that a bounty has been placed for that one, and the authorities are doing everything that they can to rearrest him and prosecute him eventually. Now, also, last week, we see that Nigerians experience some level of blackout as the national grid collapses yet again. Now, also, a 44-year-old Basiro Diomaye Faye, he wins the Senegalese presidential election all last week. And then, of course, the veteran actor Amechi Mona got passed on last week. Again, we sympathize with his family and everyone who gets to be affected by this loss. I mean, he's a classic because we grew up watching him, the likes of him. Now, the federal agents, outside the shores of Nigeria, by the way, the federal agents raid Didi's house over trafficking allegation. And that is the quick recap of what we had and all the conversations we had right here across all segments of the show on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on. It's a new week and it's a new day. We get into, the stories we have lined up for today. Keep it locked in because, this hour we're talking the general opinions and moving on to the 11 o'clock hour. We also will be talking about your mind and body, which is also a time where we get to remind ourselves need to be good citizens, upright citizens in whatever way possible. Now, moving on from that hour to the third hour of today, workstation, and this is where we also get to build our capacity and remind ourselves of the need to grow in every single aspect, so that we can become, masters in our craft and whatever the case will be. Now, the final hour of today will be the girlfriend show, and sadly, my girl will not be joining us in the studio, but it promises to be an amazing time. Please keep it locked in. It's Martha right here. I definitely will be right back.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Nigeria is a country blessed fertile ground with our fields spread across the horizon. Are you ready to sow the seeds of success in agriculture? Introducing Agropreneur, your partner in powering accurate information on agricultural practices in Nigeria and beyond, leading the way, innovating agriculture every single day. From the fields of Nigeria to the world's grand stage, we are planting the future, turning a new page. Join us every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to learn more about agriculture and the fertility of the African soil. Agropreneur, growing a bright future for agriculture. Through our research and policy memos, we have identified the challenges facing youth civic participation. Now, it's time to equip you with the tools you need to engage with government agencies and elected leaders effectively. Are you tired of feeling sidelined in the governance process? Do you want to make a difference in your community? Don't let your voice go unheard. Tune into Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Civic Martyrs and be part of the movement for a more inclusive, accountable, and transparent government. Our mission is clear: to bridge the gap between citizens and government, ensuring that public resources are located to address your priorities. The Civic Martyrs is sponsored by ProMed Foundation with the support of the Nigerian Youth Futures Fund, NYFF.
Can we play another song? The good tunes just don't stop.
The good tunes just don't stop.
Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja.
All right, welcome back and thanks for staying with us. You're tuning to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. This is your radio experience you can count on. Now, on the headlines of the news for today, we see that KB residents loot government and private warehouses. And, sometime last month or in the last 2 months, we've had, issues of warehouses being looted and, private owners of these warehouses have been left confused and left broken because these warehouses are private warehouses, and a lot of people assumed that it was a public warehouse or the government's warehouse, so they went on and looted these properties. Now again, I would always emphasize that whether it is a private or it's a public warehouse, breaking warehouses and looting whatever it is you see there is against the law. Hunger would not justify crime. Hunger would not justify whatever it is your reasons would be for doing these things. Please stop them. We shouldn't be found engaging in things like this. Every single week, we come up here, not just at Eagles FM, across broadcast media. We talk about how these things are wrong and it puts us in the wrong light. We talk about how it doesn't solve any problem whatsoever. But again, having something like this resurface on the news again, I don't think it's an encouraging thing, But yes, the full report says that some residents of Kebbi State attacked a government warehouse in Bayankara area of Birnin Kebbi, the state's capital, on Saturday night and carted away almost everything, food items, that were found in the warehouse. Now, the hoodlum who defied security operatives stationed at the warehouse also broke into some private warehouses and shops in the area and stole food items. They also looted a broken down truck loaded with assorted grains meant for distribution in Birnin Kebbi. Now, attacks on warehouses had occurred here in the FCT, which we did talk about, and Tuleja, and in Niger State. Now, this is amidst the cost of living crisis, largely believed to have been caused by the petrol subsidy removal and the floating of the naira. Now, speaking to a certain correspondent, the chairman of the Food Vendors Association of Bayankara Market in Birnin Kebbi, who is Muhammadu Gwandagwaji, said some shops and warehouses of traders were also set on fire by some youth. I mean, it's not a good look. And according to them, such incidents has never happened in Kebbi before. The food items they looted are part of the foodstuff purchased by the state government for distribution to the people of the state. So this is it. This is what we're dealing with right here in Kebbi State. Now, private people who honestly have their shops and running their businesses, have also been affected by this gross misconduct. I'd like to know what your thoughts are yet again about this. I mean, that we're talking about it again after so many weeks just doesn't feel right. But it's the General Open Banter, so I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about this yet again. Now, Serap gives Sani, Wiki and others ultimatum to account for 5.9 trillion naira and 4.6 billion naira in loans. Serap is the socio-economic rights and accountability project, and they've given an ultimatum to the 36 state governors and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike, to publicly disclose details of the 5.9 trillion naira and the $4.6 billion loans obtained by their respective states and the FCT. Now, the request contained in a statement by Serap's Deputy Director Kolawale Oluwadare, including publishing copies of loan agreements and spending information, including project details and locations financed by the loan. Now, the call for transparency stems from the concerns raised after Governor Obasani of Kaduna State revealed that the immediate past administration left substantial debt, making it difficult for the state to meet salary obligations. Now, also, Serap emphasized that Nigeria has the right to know how public funds, including loans, are being utilized by state government. The organization also highlighted the importance of accountability, corruption prevention, and trust building in democratic institutions through transparent financial agreement. Now, it is very important, of course. Transparency is super important, and that's why from time to time we call in here and we try to demand explanation for the monies that are being used and allocated for certain projects. So if these monies are being allocated for particular projects and some of these projects are still undone and the money not accounted for, I think, probably questions will be raised. And I'm hoping that they would come out to, give a detailed explanation as to how these monies were being spent by their state government as well. I'm hearing 36 state governors are right here, being called out by Serap, and I'm hoping, of course, that we'll see a detailed explanation. Now, finally, for the General Open Banters today, we see that the president of the African Development Bank Group, AFDB, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, has proposed the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be renamed to the United States of Nigeria. Now, his proposal was contained in a statement by his special advisor on industrialization, Professor Banji Oyeyinka, on Saturday, the 30th of March, 2024. Now, he was the former agric minister, and he was said to have made the call while delivering a lecture at the recipient of the 2024 Obafemi Awolowo Prize of Leadership titled "Making a New Nigeria." Welfareist policies and people-centered development. Also, he explained that a change to the United States of Nigeria would birth a new relational mindset between state and Abuja, noting that the state would play essential roles while the center body would only support and not lord over them. I'd love to know what your thoughts are about this. Is the general open banter, so the phone lines are open right about now on 09073530044 or 09087668888. You can also leave us a message on WhatsApp letting us know what your thoughts are on 09097054450. It is the general open banters, and would love to hear what your honest opinions are, and what your thoughts are about the stories we have lined up for today. Again, the numbers are 09073530044 or 09087668888. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, my dearest
Mr. Sonny the Prince. How are you doing today?
Fine, happy Easter and happy New Month as well.
Same to you. It's good to have you join us on the show.
You guys don't have what to do. You only enjoy this.
See it now. But
I wish you more years ahead.
Thank you so much.
You make mention of Kaduna State, right?
Yeah.
In person of Obasani. Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm listening.
Okay, you know, when Europa was requesting for dollar loan, in person of Sani, Shehu Sani was against the borrowing of excess borrowing of Europa administration then.
Mm-hmm.
And also people like Saraki and Shehu Sani, Dino Malaya and the rest, these vibrant senators then. They against the borrowing of federal government, the excess borrowing of federal government then. And the people like Lai Mohammed claimed that it was Saraki that made Buhari not to perform because he never allowed him to borrow money to help Nigerians. So they made everything within their power, especially like Jeremiah, to put all the machinery he has in place to make sure that the issue was standing never returned. Then Lai Mohammed make sure that Saraki never returned. And the Kogi State Governor, President of the IFA, make sure that Melai never return. So they frustrated all these big senators and chased them out of the way. Then paving way for Lawa and the Gajabia Mila to occupy the space. Gajabia Mila was the National Assembly leader.
All right.
While Lawa was the leader of Senate. And person like Lawa, Senator Sani Oba returned to the Senate, and he was a chairman committee Senate on finance then. He assisted Erufai in making sure that Erufai get all the loans that he needs, both in foreign and local currency. And there's every possibility that was all about promise. Either I make you the next governor or he robbed my back, I robbed your back. Eventually, Erufai borrowed. And today, Obasani is lamenting that Erufai borrowed a loan in dollar, in Naira, and deficit in country.
All right, quickly round up so that we can have other people.
Yeah, what I have to advise Obasani is to look inward. Erufai has done his bit and go. Is to look inward and see how it's going to generate revenue internally to finance the state. Or perhaps let him cut down his
expenses.
His salary allowance. Also advise the state of assembly to do same let them make sacrifice for the betterment of the state so that they can
All
be able
right.
to pay the state salaries and make sure that the state is vibrant. I believe Katna has natural resources. We should look inward and see how it's going to harness the natural
Resources
in
that they
Kaduna
have.
to better the life of the people of Kaduna. So you shouldn't be blaming Erufai because it's what is a part of the problem. It's among the people
right.
that encourages Erufai to borrow money. So let him look inward and see how.
All right. Thank you, Sonny the Prince. Let's move on to other calls. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Master, my dear sister. I greet you. This is Alamin from Guarepa.
Alamin, good morning.
Monday.
Same to you.
Again, the month that we are seeing, this is, take it to the bank, Master. People's fathers and mothers are going to call after this and support the looting by the criminals in Kebbi State. They will tell you it is because of people are hungry. There is hunger in the land, and then they will justify that criminal act. That is the unfortunate reality that we have. On Ubasadi matter,
Yeah.
I wish my dear state could be state is as transparent as Kaduna. When the government will hold a stakeholder meeting and address us and tell us, look, my fellow guys, this is the total amount that was borrowed by my predecessor in office. These are our assets and liabilities, and this is our reality. When Nigerians have become so used to maladministration, complete when they have been excommunicated. So when they see a semblance of decency in the government, they condemn it. That is what is happening in Kaduna. Obasanjo did not in any way indict Erufai. In fact, Erufai is in his note, his handing over note, which was public knowledge for those of us who are well informed and well read as to the political event, where he said this, look, the Punch newspaper carried it. I lent $577 million US and over 80 billion for my successor in office. And the Kaduna, from Kaduna to this, from Abuja to Kaduna is less than 2 hours. For anybody wanting to know what was put on ground, go to Kaduna and see for yourself. And in fact, I think Governor Erufai is not telling us the magic. With the infrastructural transformation of Kaduna, I am expecting him to leave nothing less than $6 billion foreign loans, foreign debt, and over domestic debt. But he left a paltry $580 something million and 85 billion. Again, when you are coming into a government, you inherit assets and liabilities.
Of course.
What the revenue of Kaduna before Erufai came, it was around 15 billion. Now they are talking about 60 billion before he left office. So what Mr. Governor needs to do is to put on his thinking cap, get his priority right.
All
He
right.
he has inherited liabilities and assets, and if he's leaving office, he's also going to leave liabilities and assets for his successor in office. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Alaming, for that contribution right there. He said you would inherit both liabilities and debts and liabilities or whatever it is, and that is a fact about it. If you'd also inherit good, then you should also think of how to deal with the challenges that comes with what you'd be inheriting from the past government. But again, it's also important that the government before be transparent enough as to what is there, so that when someone else comes in there, you would not start to say, this is like this. The person has already published a statement, like he said, to the consumption of the public, and people would have access to these things. So when any sort of discrepancy comes up, when a new government takes over, then it can be addressed publicly as well. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. My name is Uche.
Sorry?
My name is Uche, calling from Akamata.
All right, Uche from Akamata, thank you. Let's hear you.
I want to contribute on two major issues that we are raised this morning by you.
Okay.
And the first one is about the looting of public or private individual warehouse that had become prevalent in our society this day. Is an act that should be condemned. An act that should be condemned by law and by humanity. So it is hunger or whatever. It's not an excuse for breaking laws and others in our society.
All right.
So it's condemnable.
Right.
Secondly, about renaming Nigeria to United States of Federal Republic of Nigeria to United States of Nigeria, I call that misplaced of priority. We have a lot of issues. What does renaming the country? How
does it solve the problem?
Will that really unite us? I think we have a major issue that is of more concern to us than renaming the country. So we should try to set our priorities right.
All right. Thank you so much, Uche from Akamata, for joining us on the show. We really appreciate your take. All right, give us a few minutes, and when we get back, we'll keep up this conversation. Please do not go anywhere. I'll be right back.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Through our research and policy memo, we have identified the challenges facing youth now. It's time to equip you with the tools you need to engage with government agencies and elected leaders effectively. Are you tired of feeling sidelined in the governance process? Do you want to make a difference in your community? Don't let your voice go unheard. Tune into Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja, every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on the Civic Martyrs and be part of the movement for a more inclusive, accountable, and transparent government. Our mission is clear: to bridge the gap between citizens and government, ensuring that public resources are located to address your priorities. The Civic Martyrs is sponsored by ProMed Foundation with the support of the Nigerian Youth Futures Fund, NYFF.
Please listen to this announcement. Farex Borehole. We are competent. We are committed. We simplify borehole for your borehole survey, for your borehole drilling, or any of your borehole challenges. Call us on 080 3596 5170. 080 3596 5170. You can visit our office at Goshen Plaza, opposite Jabi Motor Park, Abuja.
The city of Abuja is about to encounter one day of perfection, completeness, power, authority, healing, and breakthrough conference 2024. One day to shape the new year as the year begins. We lay the foundations with prayers, fasting, and prophetic directions from God's mouthpieces. Come and ignite your new year in the fires of God's presence with our pastor, Pastor Carthage Benson, and special guest speakers, Minister K.I. and Joshua Moses, on the 20th of April 2024. Venue, Zoological Garden, opposite Area 1 Shopping Complex, Garki, Abuja. Time, 4 p.m. Come and command your day. Remember, God can be trusted.
Are you guys ready?
Eagles sounds like this.
I don't wanna be somebody without your body.
102.3 Abuja.
Tap in and turn it up.
All day. This is Beyonce.
Hey, it's Lil Nas X.
Hi, I'm Harry Styles.
Hey, this is Burna Boy.
Playing the artists you love.
Eagles 102.3.
Welcome back, people, and thanks for staying with us. You already know you're still tuned into Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and this is your radio experience you can count on. We have about 18 minutes until we wrap up the show right here in the studio. And yes, of course, we have been talking about the looting in KB State. We also have been talking about the ultimatum that Serap has given to Sani Uba, Wike, and others to account for the 5.9 trillion naira loan and 4.6 billion dollars loan that was acquired by 36 state governors and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. Also, we did talk about, the proposal by the former Minister of Agriculture to rename Nigeria from the Federal Republic of Nigeria to the United States of Nigeria. Let's hear what your thoughts are about this on 09073530044 or 09087668888. You can also leave us a message on WhatsApp letting us know what your thoughts are on 09097054450. Let's hear what your thoughts are. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. All right, call us back. Would love to hear from you. But this one says, good morning. APC attacking APC. Laugh out loud. I thought the government is in continuation considering the fact that it's all APC in power. Son fighting father. Nigeria. The current governor of Kaduna personally stood for El-Rufai to collect those loans. If he's not indicting El-Rufai, then why is he complaining? Who is he complaining to? No permanent friend in Nigeria politics. No permanent enemy. Nigeria must be great again. This is Joseph Jojo chatting from the office. Where's your office, by the way? Hello, good morning to you.
Mother, please, can you hear me?
Sonny the Prince, quickly, please, so that we can take other people.
Okay, please, I want to ask just a question, please.
All right.
I thought last month government said they have acquired grains that they want to share for Nigeria in the name of palliative.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I want you to use your medium to check if the palliative, if they have started sharing the palliative or the palliative have not been bought yet. But if they have been sharing palliative, I don't think people will walk into a warehouse, or maybe they got information that warehouse where government kept the palliative. So I don't know. Last time they told us they have already acquired palliative, worth millions of naira. Very soon they will be started.
All right, Son of the Prince, I'm going to have to cut you here. Let's have other people talk. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yes, welcome and thanks for joining us on the show.
Yeah, my name is Usman, calling from Banter.
All right, Usman, it's good to have you. Talk to me.
Yeah. Start with this issue of overturning and blaming the former governor of collecting loans and what have you. You see, they say Nemesis has caught with him because I can remember from 2015 to 2019 when, let me say, El-Rufai tried to, seek for loans, and those the then senators, Sheikh Husani and Sukuri, opposed El-Rufai and said that what is he going to do? He has to bring what is he going to do with the loan and what have you, and he has to, substitute them is his governorship power to substitute him with this present governor who is overturning them. And again, issue of loans. The second governor, he is the one, conspired and facilitated the loans when he was a senator. So why is he blaming the former governor of this? I would advise him, because if he can channel his attention to developmental projects in Kaduna State, because always he was here in this Abuja here, because I'm from Kaduna State and I'm very opportune to what all the political happens in Kaduna State. Many people like us, we are complaining that Ubasani is not even in Kaduna State. He was in Abuja here doing what? Doing nothing. So let him bury his own shame and stop blaming the former governor, because EFCC is there. If the former governor has questions to answer, why not report him to EFCC? What the EFCC doing? Yeah, what I would advise him, if for instance there's something to show that the former governor has embezzled money, carry him to EFCC. Let them go and do their job. All these ones here and there blaming all this will not help him. Let him go and focus his developmental agenda that he has, if he has any. I don't think that he is ready to champion the affairs of Kaduna State.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's keep it coming through on 09073530044 or 09087668888. You can also leave us a message on WhatsApp. Let us know what your thoughts are about the conversations we have lined up for today on 0909797, I beg your pardon, 054450 to be a part of the conversation that we have lined up for today. Now, moving on to other conversations, I'm trying to get the full report on this. Now, it was said that a joint military operation in Imo raided a camp located in Izioha Forest, which served as an enclave for various nefarious crimes. Now, the Army Commander 34 Artillery Obinze Imo State Brigadier General Usman Lawal said the forest has also been used for torturing high-profile kidnap victims, and we did see a lot of ID cards, IDs, bodies littered around the place, and personal belongings, plate numbers, and all of these things littered around the place. The case of insecurity here in Nigeria is one that needs a joint effort to be brought to an end. And now I'm saying, since this is uncovered, because a lot of things were found in this forest, personal belongings, by the way, driver's license, all of these things found in this forest probably means that things like this have been going on for quite a long while in this forest. But yes, it was cleared out by these security operatives. The army commander and his men as well went in, raided there, and as of now we are not fully aware if any arrest has been done in that forest, but at least it was uncovered, and I think that's a step in the right direction. Now, it's the General Open Banters. A very few minutes until we wrap up. In the absence of any more contributions, I'll just be heading out and getting prepared for the next show. But the number is 09073530044 or 09087668888. You can also send us a message on 09097054450. Now, also talking about this accountability issue that Serap has raised, and Kaduna State, particularly Governor, raising concerns about how much was left in the treasury of Kaduna State and his inability to pay workers' salaries due to that. Now, some people did raise a point here, very valid point, saying Kaduna State has a lot that they can offer. Look within and look at what you can produce from there. Because these workers will know you've worked to the end of the month. I'm not sure anyone will be willing to say, okay, the government does not have money, so let's bear with the government, when in truth, the entire economic situation climbs quite hard on everybody. Look within to solve that problem. And of course, call whoever you think is necessary to call out and let them explain in detail the money that was allocated for certain projects, what it was used for. Again, as soon as we get updates on these stories, if anyone has come out to clarify, this that has been put out there, we'll definitely discuss an update right here in the studio. Thank you so much for being part of the General Open Banters. I hope you're enjoying your holidays as well. I'll see you in the next hour where we're talking Abuja Now. Now, before that, we have a program that will start airing tomorrow on the Abuja Now slot, but it's just for 30 minutes. I'm encouraging every single person out here to just be a part of that program. It starts from 11 on Tuesday, every Tuesday at 11. We'll be having that program, and it just has to do with us and our engagement in all of these things, political engagement, basically, so that we can be aware, of our rights, aware of the questions we need to ask and the channels we need to go through to, ask these questions. Political participation has been one thing that we have been talking about right here. If you are not